Hello, welcome to the Black Salt Mirror. I will be doing a tarot and oracle reading for you today. We will start out with the Spirit Animal Pocket Oracle. Those are little guys. I will get an animal for you to symbolize today. Owl spirits. It is, of course, a white owl. Owls have been coming up for me a lot lately. So has the number 7. This is 43, which reduces, if you add the two together, to a 7. And our lovely owl here is wearing a crown, which will also come up. It says, "You see clearly now." And then, of course, I got that song that says, "I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way." And if you are an owl, you can fly over said obstacles. Owls have always been messengers and keepers of knowledge, and this is something that's being given to you now, is this knowledge that's been kept from you, but that you've had within you as a keeper of knowledge. Let's get another one. Dragonfly Spirit, 22. Truth transcends illusion. That's why you're being given the knowledge now. We've got our lotus here. The number 22 is a very significant number. It is the do or die number in astrology and tarot. You are being given this information to share it out, to dispel disillusionment, or to dispel illusion and create disillusionment. Something about the dis is important. There is a lot of mistruths, untruths. Word games could be significant. Word choosings could be significant, since they keep playing around with the words that they're giving me. You are being given the way forward, they're saying, so that you can show others, much like the Hermit. This deck, the Folkloric Forest Tarot, and we have 7 of Earth. I only get 7s nowadays. 7 of Earth. We've got some pails here, and what looks like a mop or a broom. It's time to clean up, they're saying. This is the cleanup crew. It's like spring cleaning out all the cobwebs of disillusionment. I guess we're going to stick with that word. Because as above, so below. So you need to clear out in order for the divine knowledge to come through. That's your job right now, is to seek out and destroy these false ideas, these false idols, these collective ways of thinking of things that are toxic and not conducive to truth. Let's see what more. We've got 2 more sticking out here. This one is the Tower with a broken tree. The old system has fallen. It's not gone, but it's broken in a significant way. But the roots of truth always exist. There's what looks like some little growth coming out behind it here. I think that's what that is. I've talked quite a bit about Aquarius season before with Pluto and Aquarius, where it will be for some time, because Pluto's a slow mover, but it's a generational planet. You never completely remove old systems. You simply take down what isn't working. Like if the top of the tree is diseased or broken, you remove it so that the healthy parts can grow easily. You clear away and you let the younger growths, sproutlings, they're saying, have some sunlight. Now that the top of the tree is gone, these guys can get the good light and the new ideas can grow on their own. We've got the 3 of Fire and the Lovers. The 3 of Fire here is as family of boars. This is about your soul family and finding the people who share your passion. They're saying it's important to seek out those who share your ideologies and who are willing to put forth the work to create what you want to create in this world. They're saying some of you are surrounded by people who like those ideas in theory, but who don't want to put in the effort. And you need to consciously separate your people from yourself. Seek out people who are willing to put in the effort, because being surrounded by people who agree with you but won't put in the work with you is going to be really exhausting, and is going to make you doubt your conviction. So find your soul family, which can be different things, but in this case, it's people with your ideologies and drive. And then the Lovers is the choice card. Although I'm getting, in some cases, it's new family. It could be romance, it could be children, but there's a new growth in this stream. It's very delicate and beautiful, but all things worth having are delicate and beautiful. When the old is cleared out, you can see that the stream is pretty clear, and it's just these little strings of flowers, and they're able to exist there because there is nothing there coming down the stream to knock them away, because the debris has been cleared, and the stream can flow smoothly and pool around the delicate white flowers. That's the whole purpose of the new paradigm and clearing things out, is to make way for the growth to happen. You do not have to do more than your share. Someone plants the seeds, someone waters the seeds, someone makes sure they get sunlight, someone clears away the path. You are to clear the path, and that's all you have to do. Don't worry about the seeds, don't worry about the growth. Somebody is taking care of each element. I've got the 3 of air and the 5 of water. I like this one. A startled pheasant. Be careful of what you find. Be kind to yourself with the newness. It's going to feel really good at first to be working on this, because you've had this idea inside of you this whole time, your whole life, about this time coming, about being able to do this work and about having this purpose, and you're finally very excited that you get to fulfill it. And they're saying, but be careful, because you have to remember that there's an adjustment period, and that there are still those out there who will try to stop you and try to re-illusion you to the old ways of thinking and try to steal your energy. And they'll try to suss you out, and they'll try to victimize you. And they're saying, watch out for that. Watch out for the heartache that comes from remembrance. And the 5 of water, which looks a lot like the death card, if I were to pick a card for this painting to be for. It's all a cycle. Things that die feed the worms, which feed the plants, which feed the living, all around and around. Everything that's going out will serve to make way for or to support what's coming in. And it's necessary. You can't build and build and build and build and take nothing away. That's a cancer, and it will kill everything around it. Things have to go so that new things can come. I was gonna say last one, and then 3 came out. Magician. Everything comes together now. The Magician is the blending of all of the elements. And with this workshop here, they're saying you have the skills to do what you're here to do. Don't doubt that. There will be times when you doubt it, when you think that you're not enough, when you think that what you're doing is so simplistic and meaningless that it's not going to make any difference. But they're saying the reason that what you're given to do is so simple is because they want you to be successful. And the reason it seems so easy is because you've been designed to do this. You've been waiting your whole life, honing this skill, and because they've spread the workload around so many people so that they can all be successful. The illusion that you have to work hard and suffer and it should be difficult and undesirable is one of the disillusionments that they've planted within you. I don't know why I don't like that word today. But you are now being disillusioned. You are realizing that it was actually simple. You are always enough. You're always perfectly attuned to this time, and you're always supported by the entire network of people who are working with you for this. And you were set up for success. And all they had was the lies that told you that you weren't. And it was just air. Last two are the Ace of Earth. This appears to be our dam that allows the pool to form for the little pretty white flowers to grow in. I was thinking of beavers when I was looking at this Lovers, that in order to get a nice still area where the flowers wouldn't wash away, you need a dam. And lo, we have our dam. And there's the spirit putting obstacles in the way of your detractors, creating space for you to work so that no one bothers you, putting their thumb on the scales because they can. And last, Knight of Water in reverse. Beautiful horse. Don't worry about running forward. Don't worry about your feelings, they're saying. The spots on the horse, if you look closely, there's a dark inner spot, and then there's a lighter circle to the spots. You're worried too much about what you give off emotionally because your feelings are so intense and so concentrated, and you've struggled to express them in the past because people didn't react well to them. And so this is an obstacle for you now fulfilling your purpose. And they're saying that's okay, you don't have to rush through this. It's hard to work through. It's hard to go from working in the shadows to working in the light. And you have a transition period now, and they've given you this transition period. They've specifically walled off a period for you to work through this. There is a lot of water here, and there's a lot of water that's going to be coming in. When it pools like this and it's not flowing, then you have to sit in it. That's the downside of this stillness, is you sit with all of it. And what that means practically is that a lot of old emotions will be coming back up, and a lot of things that you thought you'd worked through, and a lot of things that you don't want to think of that hurt you. And they're saying that's just a purging. It's just part of your spots now. It's who you are. It's completely valid. This has been coming up a lot the past 3 days, I'd say, to a week, about being valid and about affirming that to yourself and remembering that your reactions to situations were natural and human and completely appropriate for the situation. And the reason that people told you that they weren't was because they didn't want accountability, because they didn't want to have to think about what they were doing to you, what their actions were causing for you, in you, to you. And when you hear that enough, particularly when you're young, you start to internalize that you are not valid, that your feelings are not valid, that your reactions are not valid. And then you start to question everything. And then you don't move forward. But they're saying it was the lie, the illusion, that it wasn't valid. You were perfect. Your reactions were correct, exact, they're saying. And then you have to learn to stretch your legs again. And it's going to take time, and it's going to take sitting with it, and it's going to take processing. And embodying your art is going to be rough. It's not going to be a walk in the park. But that's why they've given you this time, and that's why they've given you this stillness, is to be able to observe in quiet and peace and let it be part of you, or let it leave without having to force it, without having to do a lot of work, but just to be still. And on the bottom of the animal deck, we have the moth spirit. Surrender now. It's a 3 and a 9. But this moth, it looks like it's got pearls in its wings. There is something within you that is beautiful and a gift. And that's what you're surrendering to. You don't know what your wings look like because you haven't spread them yet. But they're beautiful. And you can trust in that. And they're going to work just perfectly for you because you are beautiful. And they're yours. And you are a treasure. And all you have to do is surrender and trust them to carry you. And I will end it there. I love you, and I'll see you very soon.